Hayward community. I am Rhonda Lee, your intermediate school principal. Once again, we find ourselves struggling to balance the pandemic and so many things that we love, like hosting our Community Veterans Day program. Our top priority right now in the Hayward School District is to keep kids here and learning in person, and therefore, due to health concerns, we won't be having our usual Veterans Day program. We have prepared a short video for you, and we hope you take some time to watch it. Please know that Veterans Day will always be important to us here at the Hayward Intermediate School. On behalf of our students and our staff, I want to thank all the veterans for your service and your sacrifice to our wonderful country, the United States of America. I hope you enjoy our video. And now I'm going to send it over to our third graders who are going to kick off our program with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please feel free to stand and join them.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Happy Veterans Day.
One tradition since 1986 on Veterans Day here at the Intermediate School is the essay contest.
Every year, the fourth graders write essays for Veterans Day, with the best being chosen as the winners. They then get to read their essays at the Veterans Day program. All the past winners are listed here.
Last year, Morgan and I were lucky enough to have our essays picked as winners. This year, we get to introduce this year's winners.
It was an amazing privilege to get to honor the heroic veterans with our essays last year.
Introducing the first essay winner, reading his essay here is Jackson Wolf.
What is a veteran? A veteran is defined as a person who has had long experience in a particular field. On Veterans Day, we pay tribute to a special group of veterans, United States military veterans. Military veterans are defined by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs as a person who has served in the active military, naval, or air service, and who was discharged or released therefrom under conditions other than dishonorable. A veteran could be a family member, a friend, or even a neighbor. It could also be a teacher, a college student, or almost anyone you might know. What makes a veteran different than anyone else you might know is they gave years of their own life to serve our country. To me, a veteran is my adventurous uncle, Mark Barta. His service as a mechanic in the Army took him to Fort Knox in Kentucky, Thailand, and Hawaii on training missions. He is very happy he didn't have to go to war and is thankful for the opportunity he had to travel the world. To me, a veteran is my proud grandpa, Tom Wolf. He was stationed in Alaska during the Vietnam War for 4 years. While he was serving in the Air Force there, many changes happened at home. His youngest brother passed away, and my grandma planned their upcoming wedding all on her own. To me, a veteran is my selfless great-grandpa, Elmer Hansen. He was a Marine and overseas during the Korean War. His memories of war troubled him. While he didn't like to share these stories, he loved sharing big bear hugs. To me, veterans are my dedicated great-great-uncles who were both in World War II. Delbert Meyer was an Army medic in Japan. Walter Korth was in the Air Force. He went on 13 missions as a gunner flying over Berlin, Germany. To me, a veteran is my brave great-grandpa Alfred Wolf. He was serving in the Navy during World War II. His typing skills were so good that he was chosen to communicate important messages with a typewriter. To me, a veteran is my courageous great-great-grandpa Wolf. During World War I, he fought in Germany. He was fighting against the problems that his parents left Germany to escape years before. To me, a veteran is my tough great-great-grandpa Emil Korth. He fought with the army in France during World War I. His job on the front lines was very dangerous. He went to war with 99 other soldiers. Out of all those people, only he and 2 others came back alive. He was the only one still able to walk. He wanted to bring back his helmet, but wasn't allowed because there were holes where bullets had barely missed his head. He was also given a Congressional Medal of Honor when he returned home. On November 11th, we show our respect for all our tough, courageous, brave, dedicated, selfless, proud, and adventurous veterans. It is very important that we honor these men and women today and every day. Their hard work and service allow us to live in a free country. I encourage you to say thank you to the veterans in your life and remember with much appreciation the veterans that have passed. It takes someone great to earn the title United States Military Veteran. Thank you.
Veterans Day makes me think of my uncle because he served in the Air Force.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of the people who fought for our country.
Veterans Day is important because veterans help keep our country safe.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of people who serve for our country.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of being nice to people who served in the Army that survived.
Veterans Day is important because you're honoring the people who served.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of my uncle who used to serve in the Marines.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of all the people that served our country.
Thank you for celebrating and honoring the service and sacrifices our veterans have made for our country over the last 245 years. The United States has 5 service branches. Our intermediate school students would like to explain a little about each one.
The Army of the Land Warfare Service Branch.
It is the oldest branch of the U.S. military, tracing its roots to before the Declaration of Independence.
The Army is the largest military branch.
The official motto of the U.S. Army is,
"This will defend." And here's Mr. Yoda's class singing, "The Army Goes Rolling Along," the song of the U.S. Army.
Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and the Army goes rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter marching right about, and the Army goes rolling along. Then it's high, high, in the field artillery, shout out your numbers are the strong. For wherever you go, you'll always know that the Army goes rolling along. The Navy is the Naval Warfare Service Branch.
The United States has the largest naval force in the world.
The U.S. Navy traces its origins back to Revolutionary War.
The U.S. Navy does not have an official motto, but its unofficial motto is Semper Fortis, always courageous.
And here's Mr. Viner's class singing Anchors Away, the song of the U.S. Navy. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day. Through our last night on shore, drink to the fall. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home.
The Air Force is the Aerial Warfare Service Branch.
The U.S. Air Force was formed in 1947.
Only 4% of the Air Force personnel are pilots.
Provides air support to the other branches.
The official motto of the U.S. Air Force:
Aim high, fly, fight, win. And here is Miss Sutton's class singing the U.S. Air Force, the song of the U.S. Air Force.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder, and the boys give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under, off with one terrible roar. We live in fame, we go down in flame. Hey, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force.
The Marines conduct expeditionary and amphibious operations.
The U.S. Marines were founded on November 10, 1775.
They conduct missions with the Army, Navy, and Air Force.
The official motto for the U.S. Marines,
Semper Fidelis, always faithful. And here's Mrs. Crawford's class singing the Marines hymn, the song of the U.S. Marines.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we fight for rights and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
The Coast Guard is the Coastal Defense, Search and Rescue, and Maritime Law Enforcement Service Branch.
Was formed on August 4, 1790.
The Coast Guard operates in both domestic and international waters.
Unique in being the only branch that is a federal regulatory agency.
The official motto of the U.S. Coast Guard, Semper Paratus, always ready.
And here's Miss Brennan's class singing Semper Paratus, the song of the U.S. Coast Guard.
We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in Thee. Through surf and storm and howling gale, high shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, to fight and die. Aye, Coast Guard, we are for you.
We heard our first winning essay earlier. We will have the second essay winner in a moment.
One of the great things about doing the essay is talking about the families who have served in our country.
We get to honor those who have fought, struggled, and sacrificed their lives to keep all of us safe and preserve our freedom. Without these brave men and women, we would not enjoy the life we have today.
I know that both Morgan and I appreciate and are thankful for all that veterans have done for us. We must always remember and honor those who have given themselves for others to succeed.
Introducing the other essay winner reading his essay, here is Braden Clapero.
My dad, my hero. I have 6 immediate family members that have served in the United States military, including my dad. My dad joined the United States Marine Corps when he was 18 years old. My dad served 2 tours in the Middle East during his 4-year enlistment. My dad says the best part of his military service was traveling all over the world and getting to meet a lot of people from other countries. It also gave him the opportunity to realize how fortunate he was to be born an American citizen. I asked him questions to learn more about his experience as a Marine. He chose the Marine Corps because he wanted to do something that was meaningful and would make his family proud. He joined the Marines because they are first to go overseas when our freedom is in danger. And he really liked the uniforms. Was it scary in boot camp? Kind of, but mostly it was being yelled at by the drill instructor and having no free time. We learned how to work together with others in boot camp. What did you learn in boot camp? How to get along with each other and follow the rules and say yes to the drill instructor. What war did you serve in and where did you serve? The Persian Gulf War, also known as Desert Storm. He served in Kuwait, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, and Jordan. What was it like arriving in the Middle East? It was scary, and a huge desert. It was very hot, and sand got in everywhere. My dad did a lot of infantry training and preparing. He did not see combat, fortunately. His special job was forwarding, observing, which meant he went to find the target and send the information back to the plane or ship or helicopter that would be needed to destroy the target. What is your best memory from the Middle East? Helping the people of Kuwait after Iraq had invaded them and placed hardship on them. Were you able to talk to family? Mostly by writing letters. There was no email or internet then. Otherwise, once in a while, we would get to use a payphone, a phone that you put money in to make a call. What did you think of the other people you served with? They were the best young people America had. They were willing to sacrifice for each other and the American people. My dad always thought that the servicemen and women are the glue that holds our country together. How did you feel when your service ended? It was one of my most proudest and saddest days. I knew I accomplished something few people can, but I would miss my fellow Marines. I knew I was expected to keep going and have a life of my own, but also one worthy of being a Marine. My dad felt the great accomplishment. The good thing about being a Marine is once a Marine, always a Marine. That means that all Marines are brothers and sisters. We always have each other's backs, even if we didn't serve together. Marines always take care of each other. At first, it was hard because being a normal civilian, life was slower, and my dad had a hard time finding his purpose in life. But my dad earned a bachelor's degree and completed the state of Wisconsin Law Enforcement Recruitment School. My dad said that being a Marine has helped him on his job for the past 20 years, working as a City of Hayward Police Department, 10 years as the Chief of Police. My dad thinks the law enforcement was close second to the Marine Corps. He liked helping people, handling emergencies. He loved the feeling of brotherhood and sisterhood law enforcement officers and serving the Hayward community. My dad says his favorite part about being a regular guy with a regular life is having a wife and kids and getting to be a dad. He says being a dad is a gift, and his proudest days are watching his kids do good things and be happy. The worst part of a regular life is all the people in our country that can't get along and can't work together and sacrifice or step up and take a charge to refuse to work. Those are the fast to talk about how bad America is, but they have no idea what other countries are really like and what their people go through day in and day out. Well, thank you.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of my grandpa who served our country.
Veterans Day is important because we think about the people who have fought for the USA.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of all the people who risked their lives and lost their lives.
Veterans Day makes me think about my great-grandpa when he was in the Army.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think of all the people who served our country.
Veterans Day means a lot to me because you celebrate the people who fought for our country.
Veterans Day is important because you're honoring the veterans.
Veterans Day is important because it makes us remember how our Army did stuff for us and kept our world safe and how we got our nation.
When I think of Veterans Day, I think
of all my family members that served in the military.
Veteran Day is important because the Army protects our land. I think Veterans Day is important to remember about the people who went to war. And I always will remember my grandpa who was in the Air Force. He was protecting this country and he lost his life in the war.
Veterans Day makes me think of all of the people that helped us during all of the hard times.
This is the music room, where the 4th graders have been working hard learning the song American Tears by Teresa Jennings for the Veterans Day program. And here's the entire 4th grade at Hayward Intermediate School performing American Tears.
Sometimes I think about America, about her struggles through the years. I think of people who did what they had to do with the strength to act through their fears. Sometimes I think about America, about her future and her past. I know I'm blessed to be living in liberty in a land where freedom will last. For the heroes, for the patriots, for the soldiers, for all the pioneers. I will always be an American and always cry American tears. Sometimes I think about America, about her people's legacy. I wonder if they knew that what they had to do would be known throughout history. Sometimes I think about America, about her pain along the way. I know it had to be for our democracy in the world we live in today. For the heroes, for the patriots, for the soldiers, for all the pioneers. I will always be an American and always cry American tears. I will always be an American and always cry American tears.
Good morning, my name is Craig Olson, Superintendent of the Hayward Community School District, and I am with a great group of young kids from the Hayward Intermediate School today, and the purpose of my message is to wish you all a very happy Veterans Day. We take that very seriously in the Hayward School District. We get to do every day what we do because of the sacrifices you all made, and that will never be forgotten on our end of things. So just want to wish you a happy Veterans Day, and thank you all very much. Appreciate it more than you know.
Thank you, veterans!
On September 14th, 1814, Francis Scott Key wrote a poem. It was a simple poem he wrote after watching Fort McHenry getting bombarded during the War of 1812. He was inspired to write the poem after seeing the U.S. flag still flying the next morning. The poem was called The Defense of Fort McHenry. The poem was printed and distributed and was later set to music and became what was now called the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1931, the song was adopted as the national anthem of the United States of America. Like the United States itself, from humble beginnings, the Star-Spangled Banner has survived the test of time and has become one of the most popular pieces of music in history. Performing the national anthem of the United States, here is Miss Hofer's class.
Okay, Barry. Hands cut. Prepare to fire. Fire. Ready. Fire. Ready. Fire. Fire. Order. Arms.